Hi, everybody. It's Mike, part-time reselling in the Pittsburgh area, and time for what sold this week for June 11th, 2024. And yeah, as usual, it's actually for 2 weeks because sales have been slow. Usual disclaimers, notes are over here, so I'll be looking over here a bunch of times. These are things that sold. Doesn't mean that everything I buy magically resells for tons of money, like some other videos might lead you to believe. Right now, I have 156 things listed on eBay. I believe that's the most I've ever had listed. It's 156 things that I bought or were given to me that have not sold, so I made zero profit on all that. Stick around till the end. I will show you the totals, including the profit after the fees and the shipping. And if you want to see my eBay stuff, there is a link in the description. All right, this first one, this RCA Selectavision video disc player, model SFT100W. I forget where I got this from, probably a local online auction. I plugged it in and it comes on, but I didn't have any discs to test it with. And occasionally, if I was at a yard sale, I kept my eye out for a disc so I could test it. I could never find one, and then eventually somebody bought it, and he got it, and he said at first it wouldn't take a disc, but he opened it up and lubricated some things, and now it works great. So that's good that he got it working and everything. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, this cost me $11, and it sold for $71.54. So my profit there was $49 on the nose. This next one is Philips junk-proof portable CD player. Got this at a church, it said a church estate sale. I'm not sure what that means. But anyway, this was actually a recent buy-in. I made a video, my last video of stuff that I recently bought that I hope to sell. This was in there and actually sold before I had a chance to put the video up, which is always fun. Cost me $1, sold for $16.36. My profit there, $12 on the nose. This Western Cowboy boot mug from a beer company. This was interesting. I kind of like it. It's not, doesn't really exactly go with my decor, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Butch Cassidy on one side, Jesse James on the other. And it's big too, holds 26 ounces. Got this in a lot with a whole bunch of other mugs, which I wasn't buying the lot for the mugs. I was buying it for other stuff that was in there, but I've actually done okay with the mugs and made some money off of it, so that's always fun. 50 cents is what it came down to the cost. It sold for $10.41. My profit, $11.41. This next one, this Hoyle card game collection, still sealed. Got this at an estate sale. Cost $1 and sold for $18.46. I paid for shipping, so my profit there was $8.71. Up next, this dashboard Stewie from 2004. I think this was in the lot with the mugs that I saw this and kind of wanted it and thought it was going to do well. It sold, but it didn't do that well. $3 is what it cost me. It sold for $8.25. My profit there was $3.44. So I'm glad it sold, but I lowered the price at least once, maybe twice. I go through my listings either at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, somewhere around there, and lower the prices of the things that haven't been moving, haven't gone very far. So I'll adjust those prices, and I did that, and that did get some sales going, because this next one, 2.5 Men, seasons 2 through 5. Got this in a lot with, I think, with a bunch of other DVDs from TV shows. And I originally thought, well, these aren't going to do too well because 2.5 Men is on TV like every day, like 6 times a day. But these aren't going to sell. The other seasons actually sold and sold pretty well. I was surprised. I mean, not like tons of money, but I was surprised that they sold, and they sold quickly. And I made a profit on that. These hung around for a while. I lotted them up because these seasons 2 through 5 really weren't doing too well individually when you looked at the sold comparables on eBay. So I decided to lot them up, and it took a long time for them to sell. The cost was $2.50 for each one. Sold for $8.64. My profit there was $4.06. And yeah, that was after lowering the price probably twice, maybe even 3 times. You know what? Now that I think about it, I actually took them down for a while and thought about just donating to a thrift store. And then I thought, well, let me try one more time. And it eventually sold, and I made some money off of it. So that was cool. This next one, another one I just lowered the price on, Optimus Dual Cassette Deck, SCT-56. I mentioned before, I think I'm done buying cassette decks and record players, because usually when you buy, especially older ones, the belts don't work. They're either stretched out or they're dried out and fall apart. This one, the rewind worked and the play worked, but the fast forward didn't work on both sides. And I didn't feel like opening up and try to fix it and figure out what's wrong with it and buy the belts and do all that, mainly because it only cost me $3.50. So I figured, well, I can sell it as it is and explain everything that's wrong with it, and I'm sure I'm going to make some money off of it. Like I said, I did lower the price at least once, but it did sell for $28.56. My profit there, $30.95. You might have noticed a couple of those, the profit was more than I had it listed for. And as I explained before, that's because eBay does give you a discount on shipping, and usually I'll take that discount for myself to help pay for supplies and things like that. So something that's like heavy and didn't cost a lot, well, it costs a lot to ship, but because of the discount that eBay gives, the profit is more than what it listed for. I hope that makes sense. All right, so that's it. So not bad for 2 weeks, and like I always say, a good week for me is like a bad one day for the major resellers out there. But I'm just doing this part-time and stuff. That is it for the week. We got a cost of $22 on the nose. I don't know why I keep doing that. They sold for a total of $162.22. My profit after the fees and the shipping and all that, $119.57. Back in the day, that would be a good week for me, but now that it's over 2 weeks, I don't know. Sales picked up a little bit though lately. I have a lot of things listed, as I mentioned, but honestly, I think a lot of those things I'm going to end up delisting and donating. I don't think a lot of things I have right now are good selling things, but I am working on a couple of things, and hopefully I'll find some things to sell. But that is it. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.